I'm Mike Sepso. I'm Senior Vice President of Activision Blizzard Media Networks. I'm also co-founder of Major League Gaming. You know, the audience here has probably not seen a lot of esports content before, and that's why I think, you know, many of them were probably surprised when I showed a lot of video content. It wasn't just like the glamour shots of the crowd and, you know, lots of gameplay footage with broadcasters calling games. It was a lot about the personalities behind it, and I think that's the angle that people don't see very often because it's not usually front and center in esports broadcasts. Our mission is to take this as a sports business and a media business to a much bigger audience, and to help mature the industry and turn it into you know, a real professional sport. And then we want to tell the storyline of the competition, right? So if you think about like the Super Bowl, lots of people watch the Super Bowl. Very few of them ever played football or can tell you what a nickel defense is. But everybody was interested in Cam Newton versus Peyton Manning, right? And the story of this grizzled veteran who's having his last go around trying to win the Super Bowl, and then the underdog guy who, you know, is this amazing athlete, but nobody thought he was going to get anywhere near the Super Bowl last year. So that was the story that I think, you know, captured a nation for a moment in time around the Super Bowl and got everybody to watch. I think where esports is lagging is there's a lot of people watching, but it's largely been funded as a marketing endeavor. So there hasn't been a lot of focus on how do you monetize the content or the sport itself. We've got big audiences. We want to get them much bigger in North America, but we also want to start to create a more sustainable business behind esports so that it is not just a marketing program to sell more games or drive more game engagement. It is a sport. It is sustainable in and of itself. You know, and I think in some ways, as esports grows as a content vertical and a professional sport and a sports media business, it has a chance of getting bigger than the games themselves.